So today is the 17th of January 2024. Another little daily update for you. So it's been, yeah, it's been an interesting day. Good, a little bit of bad, a lot of, again, ups and downs. That's every day really on this whole journey. And yeah, I just had some things that I thought would be good to share and just talk about and do the usual. So yeah, I mean, the day went so quick today. Like, that's one thing that scares me is how fast the time goes, first of all. It literally slips through your fingers and you're being productive and you're being efficient and I'm doing as much as I can. And still, it just never feels like you have enough time, which is annoying. But anyway, so the main thing that I did today was that I started my email campaigns up again. So I've been getting data from a few different directories that have coaches on it. And I had a few smaller lists, so I thought I'd give them a try. So far I have sent 23, I've sent 53 emails. And I've had 4 responses and a few out of offices. And I've had 1 book call. So I'm very, very happy about that. I've got my first cold sales call booked in. It's been a while, it's been a fucking while. But it's nice to sort of get back on track with it. And again, I'm offering a free trial, but it doesn't matter about the money for now. At the moment, what it's about is just getting some experience doing this service, seeing how it works and sort of mastering it. So I need to do it for free. I don't feel comfortable charging for something when I don't know if it's going to work or not. And obviously, to be honest with you, after 2 or 3 trials, I will know what to do and how it works. Then I can start charging. So I've got this one coaching lady, which is already closed and signed. I've also got a sales call on Friday, and I've got this one that I just put today on Tuesday. So again, very positive, very happy, can't complain. So it's a good start. Get those emails sent in, and then once those have gone, I've got a list of over 1,000 as well to send out. So that will keep running for a while, and then once that's gone, I'll buy leads, and then hopefully by that point, once I start having to buy leads, hopefully I would have done a few trials, and hopefully my Instagram's going to start being built up because I'm going to have testimonials, things like this. So yeah, there we go. That's my plans for this, essentially, in terms of outreach. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm hoping I can close one of the 2 women that I've got calls come up with that are coaches. Obviously, I've learned to not be too connected to the close and just focus on whether they're a good fit or not. So obviously I've got a little bit of nerves because I care, but I'm not as how I was before because I was so focused on closing. And that's a good tip which I learned is don't worry on the close, worry about whether it's a good fit or not. And from there, then you can start thinking about whether you need to push for a close or whatever. Anyway, so yes, that's the first thing of the day. Second thing of the day, I've realised I've got quite a big block about money and getting payments. So my mentors told me that I should be charging about 5 grand over a 3-month period, but you need to be asking for like a 5 grand payment. And to me, that was a bit scary. And it's I've realised why that is with me. So over the course of last year, obviously I started doing my first ever sales calls, and I got to a point where I was setting a lot of calls a week, and I was talking to a lot of estate agents. Now, the estate agents that I was talking to, every single one told me the same exact response. They all said, whoa, that's way too much. Like, whoa, you want this much and this much, you want this and this, blah, blah, blah. And what I've realised, what that's done for me is that's created a bit of a block in my mind now, because anytime I hear about charging a higher price or asking for money, I get really funny about it. And before I wouldn't mind as much, but that experience I've realised has created a mental block in my mind. and it causes me to worry about the niche and if the people can afford it, and it's causing a bit of a clusterfuck in my mind essentially. So yeah, it's just interesting. So it's something I need to talk to my mentor about. I don't have a solution for it at the moment, but I think really the way to deal with that, if you have any sort of block, not just the one that I've got, there can be millions of examples, but my block in this case about charging high fees and even asking for money full stop, just because of my experience, you need to manage it with self-talk. You need to talk to yourself and tell yourself, well, for instance, in this case, I don't know the coaching niche well enough. I've not spoken to enough coaches and enough different types of coaches to know whether they can or can't afford it. Also, there's loads of guys doing this who are making six figures a month from charging high prices to coaches around the world. So, look, there we go. That's the sort of self-talk you need just to calm yourself down. And again, it's just about living in the present and doing what you have to do now to be ready for when that moment comes. So, all right, I can start stressing now about that, but I can also focus on getting more trials so I know what I can bring results wise, and then I can help myself easier with the close because I can have sort of ROI guarantees or things like that, or I can have more conviction in what I'm saying because I know I can bring them a certain amount of people, whatever. So again, a lot of these problems come from looking too far ahead, but it takes time to master. But I think everyone has that. You look too ahead, you get worried about the what ifs, and it just creates sort of a stress in your mind. And for me, it's created a block just because of my past experiences, and now it's sort of affecting my future experiences. So I'm just trying to rein that in and control that. But yeah, for me, I just need to find a niche that works and can afford it. And when I have a service and a product that I know works for sure, and if I position myself correctly, then I'm sure people will pay for it. And I'm telling you this, but I'm also convincing myself this because I had a little moment earlier where I was like, sort of getting in my head about it and like, fuck, how am I going to do this again? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so that's that. And then the third thing that I wanted to say about today was interesting. So at the moment, I'm reading the third book in the series of Traffic Secrets, and it had a really interesting point that's really, really stuck with me. And that is about controlling your traffic. So my concern always was that for me, my whole business is built on Meta, Facebook, and Instagram. And if they change something or they change all the rules or something major happens and that's gone, then I'm gone for now anyway. And when I say I'm gone, like this concept is gone. So he was just talking about sort of the importance of understanding the principles of it, and then you can apply it to any new network that comes out. It says it's not going to matter. It said if you understand the principles of marketing and the principles of sales and funnels and getting leads and all this stuff, he was saying like no matter what new network comes out, whether it changes from Facebook and Instagram to something else, you can apply it to that. You just have, again, obviously you just have to learn how that platform works. But he said the principles of the marketing are the same. So that was reassuring to hear. And the second thing he was saying was talking about building your list and building your list offline. And when I say offline, I mean off of these big platforms. So he's talking about you need to, when you're building your business, you need your own private list and you need to get that list to be yours. And the way you do that is by collecting emails, phone numbers, and email address. I've said emails twice, but you know what I'm trying to say, of people that have opted in, want to hear from you, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it just sort of gave me a bit of like a light bulb moment, like, okay, I need to start looking at how I'm going to build that list. And I had some ideas. So for example, when I build this Instagram page, well, it's built, but when I like maximize my Instagram page for like to perform for my business, how I'm going to do for the clients, one of the things I probably need in there is like some sort of free training which collects emails or something like this, because I do think it is right. And it was what I remember at one point, it's sort of like, so I remember thinking about it, like if these Facebook and Instagram decide to change everything and try and get all the smaller guys off at the moment, they can do that. And they've done updates before that have fucked people over. And he was talking about how Google, when he started, messed him up, and how it almost made him go under as his business. So yeah, it's important. It's an important concept for anyone that, well, no matter what business you're doing, you need your own traffic. You need to have your own source of traffic. Because then he was saying, if you build up your own list and you've got your own list, if you're really struggling for cash, you can build your own campaign, email campaign, and outreach to all of them. The guys, they've all opted into being your list. They all know who you are, and they've probably received something valuable from you before. So if you then outreach to them, that's quick, easy cash. He was talking about some guy who's got like all these leads on there, and like he needed a bit of money, so he just did a campaign and made like 10 grand like that, like little stuff like that, which is important to bring it in. And then obviously I was thinking, right, how can I do that for my clients? And yeah, I think some of that is I need to do it for myself first before I can integrate some of it into their stuff. But there we go. So yeah, that's what's happened today. Eventful day, hard working day, but that's what you need. So I think, again, here's still same plan for me. Outreach, get more free trial clients. Free trial clients that I've got, try and really knuckle down on this service, understand it, and do it to a very good level. And then from there, once I've got results, get a few client interviews, get a few testimonials, then start building my page out, then start running the ads for myself. And side by side with that, carry on outreaching, and then slowly bang, 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 grow it up. And that's the plan. And I'm sure it's not going to be a smooth sailing at that. I'm sure we're going to have a few ups and downs, but that's the principle of what I want to do and what I need to do. So yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it still. I'm enjoying learning. I'm enjoying growing. I'm enjoying the journey. And still such early doors, like year and a half, not even a year and a half, year and a few months as like the business has been running. The whole journey, obviously, almost 2 years now since deciding I want to get out of the job. But yeah, there you go. So that's where I'm at. That's my update for the day. I'm going to try and, again, stay on the dailies. And yeah, so we should have 2 good days, Thursday and Friday. So today's Wednesday. So Thursday, I've got the call with the one coach. We're going to start sort of planning the adverts and talk about setting up the page. So that's going to be good. And the second call is on Friday, and that's the sales call. So that should be good. And I'm meeting the coach who's signed on already on Friday in person to look at locations to film. So yeah, it's good. It's positive. Keep moving forward. And there we go. That's the update for today. I'll catch you in the next one.